Hey everyone, welcome to the Entrepreneur Academy. And we're back with another video, this time covering the top 10 tips for first-time investors. We know that a lot of people are scared of investing their money, and we want to help them get started. We've got a great list of tips for first-time investors, so let's get started. Number 1, understand the risks and rewards before investing. Investing is inherently risky. You can choose to invest in the stock market, real estate, or other asset classes. However, if you're new to investing, it may be best to keep your money in a safe interest-bearing account until you understand how the markets work and how to manage investments effectively. Investing is risky, but it can also be very rewarding. Before you invest in any company or stock, it's important to understand how the market works and what kind of risks are involved. The market can be volatile, and even the safest investments come with some risk. Number 2, keep it simple when it comes to investment strategies. Don't try to make the next big investment move and chase after hot stocks or companies. You don't need to be an expert to manage your money effectively. In fact, simple investing strategies can be more effective than complex ones. Keep it simple and avoid the temptation to overthink your strategy. Simplicity is the key to managing money well. When you start investing, focus on a few simple strategies that make sense for your situation and stick with them over time. This will help you avoid making rash decisions based on emotion or media hype. Number 3, ignore tips and rumors. It's easy to get caught up in rumors and tips about investing. These can be especially tempting if you're just starting out. But as a general rule of thumb, you should avoid trying to time the market or making big moves based on what you hear from others. Don't get caught up in the hype of tips and rumors. There are many people who will try to convince you that they have a secret stock tip or investment idea that will make you rich overnight. They may even be right, but there is no way to know for sure unless you invest in their stock. However, it's important to remember that you should never invest in something just because someone else tells you to. Before investing in anything, do your own research and make sure it makes sense for your portfolio. Number 4, focus on fundamentals. A company's financial fundamentals are the most important thing to consider when making an investment decision. The balance sheet, income statement, and cash flow statement can tell you whether a company is strong or weak financially, which is more important than any rumors you might hear about their products or services. Number 5, don't invest in something you don't understand. It's important to make sure you understand what a company does before investing in it. If you don't know much about the industry and how it works, then you should definitely do some research before making your first investment. The best way to learn about the industry a company works in is by reading news articles and financial reports. If you're still confused after doing this, then it's probably better to wait until you have more knowledge before making an investment decision. Number 6, don't invest in something just because it looks good on paper. It's tempting to fall in love with an investment opportunity when everything looks perfect on paper, but don't let yourself get carried away by numbers alone. You need to look at things like management quality and competitive advantage before making your decision. Keep in mind that even if you think a company is making an amazing product, it doesn't mean they will continue to do so forever. The best companies are able to adapt with the times and continue to innovate as technology changes. Number 7, do not put all your eggs in one basket. The old saying, "Don't put all your eggs in one basket," is an important investing rule to keep in mind. Don't put too many of your hard-earned dollars into one company or investment. Diversify as much as possible to protect yourself from risk. Diversification is a key component of any investment strategy. Diversifying your portfolio reduces risk and increases your chances of success. You can diversify by investing in different types of assets, like stocks and bonds, or by investing in multiple companies within the same industry. The more different investments you have, the more likely it is that some will perform well even when others are struggling. Number 8, pay attention to market trends, but don't get greedy. If you're investing for the long term, It's important to keep in mind that market trends can reverse themselves. It's easy to get greedy when the market is on an upward trajectory and lose sight of your original strategy. When the market is in a downturn, it can be tempting to sell your investments and avoid further losses. But if you have a long-term investment strategy, it's important to keep your eye on the big picture. Number 9. Understand fees, expenses, and tax implications of your investments. You need to understand how much you'll pay in fees on your investments and how those fees will affect your returns. You should also know what taxes you have to pay on your investments and when you have to pay them. The more you pay in fees, the less money will be left for you to earn. Number 10. Rebalance your portfolio once per year. When you invest in a portfolio that includes different types of investments, it's important to be sure that each one remains in line with your original strategy. For example, if you choose to invest in stock bonds and real estate, it's important to make sure that the three are roughly evenly weighted, not too much of one and not too little of another. If you notice that one of your investments has started to get out of line with the others, it's time to rebalance. You can do this by selling some shares in the out-of-balance investment and using the money to purchase more shares of one that are underweighted. And I hope you enjoy it and learn something new. If you want to see more content like this, don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss out on anything new. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends.